the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, good Monday evening, race fans, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage, the DSRL Monday Night Thunder, season number 18, round number 2. I55 Federated Auto Parts Speedway, 28 drivers have checked in for tonight's action. 22 of those will be in the feature this evening. Just waiting for race control to finish up their practice and warm up, get the drivers meeting in, and then they will get the heat lineup set up, and we will begin racing. Top 2 drivers from every heat race will go automatically into tonight's pole dash. That pole dash will happen immediately after the B main. That will determine your starting lineup for the 30-lap A feature. Just waiting for them to advance the session. Looks like they have done exactly that. Session has ended. Time to go racing. So we will get down here. We will get a look. At your starting lineup for heat race number 1. On the pole, Black Diamond Motorsports driver in the 90 car. That's going to be Trevor Royer. On his outside, Casey Miller drives the 05. Alex Stoudinger in the 24 car will start on the inside of row number 2 next to Casey Gus, returning to the series after a hiatus. Going to see the 59 car in action tonight. He starts 4th. Anthony Navarro, new driver to the series in the Disney Motorsports number 27, starts inside row number 3 next to Ernie Williams Jr., another Black Diamond driver. He drives the 91 car. Lane Snook, 33, going to start on the inside of row number 4 next to Kenny Hoffman. Hoffman, the 001. Haven't seen Hoffman in action DSRL in quite a while. Good to see him back on the track. Brandon Voyle starts position 9, the 922 car. Then the 64 of Timothy Alton will start on his outside. So 10 cars, 8 laps. Top 4 go all the way to your feature tonight. Top 2 will go into your pole dash. 3 heat races. 1 B main. Going to take 10 cars from that B main. 22 drivers will start your feature this evening. Don't forget to say hi in the chat. Andre, I see your deal. We'll check out your channel and try to hit the follow button. And I see Alex Stoudinger in chat as well. So, green flag in the air. Heat number 1 underway. Trevor Royer. See Casey Miller go up. He's going to put a little bump on the wall up there in turn number 2 to start things off. Goes and does the same thing down in turn number 3, and he's trying to hang on to second. Good battle down here for third. Side by side between Stoudinger and DeBarro. Now Stoudinger has the advantage. DeBarro will fall to 4th. That's the final direct transfer spot. So we have action back. Snook. Looks like he kind of got into that. Let's go back and take a look at Lane Snook. 23 car up on the top side. This is turns 3 and 4 right here. Oh, looks like Stoudinger and DeBarro get together, and Stoudinger finds the fence, starts collecting cars left and right. Williams is in it. Yeah, not good. Happens. It's part of racing. It's going to happen. So 5 laps remaining. It's Trevor Royer, Casey Miller, Anthony DeBarro, Ernie Williams, Brandon Voiles, your top 5. Then Alton, Gus, Hoffman, Stoudinger, and Snook. Stoudinger and Snook both in the pits as they will get ready to move things along. Hello, Miss King. Thank you for being on baby duty and lone and tiny dancer to us for the evening as an admin. We appreciate that a lot. 2 drivers out, 8 still on track. 5 laps. We dropped the green. I think that pace truck going to duck hard left right here. He will. He'll head to the infield. And Trevor Royer back to the throttle. Green flag. Back in the air. Ernie Williams got a good start there from 4th. He went to the top side. I think he's got enough momentum. He's going to take the top side. Oh, he finds the fence, and Ernie Williams.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
All right, up and over. We were watching that live. We don't need to go and add any embarrassment to old Whiskers. He just stepped right on it, put the right rear in the fence, and it pulled him right up and over the top. So 3 cars will be retired. We're having a rough start to tonight. Had a great race last week at Lernerville. Only 3 cautions for the entire feature, and all of those were for guys that basically self-spun. So appreciate everybody tuning in. I know normally on Monday nights you tune in and you hear Dominic Santina, but Dominic is traveling. So I will get into the booth. And I think Zach had a meeting somewhere, some kind of mandatory meeting he had to go to. So I will be doing the calling tonight for all the racing. Lights are off on the pace truck. We're going to get ready to go back to green. Here's somebody trying to catch up to the field. We'll see who that is. Maybe Lane Snook. But the pace truck is in. Once again, Trevor Royer with 4 laps to go. Gets us restarted. Casey Miller to second. Anthony DeBarro covering up the inside. Voiles tried to put his nose there, and it didn't work out. And Voiles having to hang on. Whoa, big move right there. That was Tim Alton. No, that was Casey Gus, I think. Casey Gus went with the big slider down in 3 and 4. Looks like he was going to try to go again this time. Kind of got things covered up. As Hoffman, that's Huffman. Kenny Hoffman in the 1 car. Went after it. We're coming around to catch the white flag. It's still Royer, DeBarro, Miller, and Voiles. The top 4 there in transfer spots, but Alton right behind. I think he lost a lot right there. So your pole dash drivers will be Trevor Royer and Anthony DeBarro. Your A feature drivers will join them. Casey Miller and Brandon Voiles all the way in. So we'll get ready to move on to heat number 2. Our starting lineup going to be Ryan Washik, the 77 car. That's an SSR Elite machine right there on the pole. Next to him, been a long time since we've seen the 28 car on track in DSRL. Zach Rounds, multiple-time crown jewel winner here in the series. He starts outside row number 1. Larry Moody, the 73 car on the inside, next to Scott King, old Tiny Dancer in the 118. He'll start position number 4. Your third row inside, Jason Randolph, the 50 car, next to Cole Patrick in the 20. Then Cody Terry, the 93. Cody Olson in the 6. That makes up row number 4. And row 5, returning after a hiatus himself, Nick McGeethy in the 73 car. So 8 laps again. Once again, your top 2 going straight to the pole dash in the feature. Top 4, 3rd and 4th, will also go straight to the feature this evening. Everybody else, playing the soup. You're going to have to work your way into the 22 car A main. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to tune back in on Wednesday night. Round 9. Only 10 rounds in the series, but round number 9 of the I55 late model series. Getting close to the end of that season for these guys. They got 2 weeks left. But right now, heat race number 2 underway. Ryan Washik all the way to the top, rips it off of the fence. Zach Rounds was there. Here comes Larry Moody. Moody's been quick in recent days in the series. And Moody going to go in right in the middle in second. Got Jason Randolph tucked in behind him, both drivers. In fact, 3 in a row right there running through the middle. You can see they are all on top of each other. Now Randolph gets a run out of 2, pulls alongside Moody, moves him up the hill a little bit, trying to get around and through and clear. And if he gets held up very long, old Tiny Dancer is going to get there. Oh, Moody gets it out of shape. He is going to be fairly safe. Everyone misses him. Great job by all the drivers. Washik still out front. Randolph second. King is third. McGeethy from dead last in the heat all the way up to 4th. And he's got Zach Rounds hounding him there in 5th. Rounds, the first driver on the outside, looking in. Slider coming. Rounds gives a little bump in the back to Cole Patrick. Now trades it back to him. Patrick able to take it back over. So move Patrick to 5th. Rounds to 6th. Olson struggling back here in 7th. I think he had some damage from a lap 1 incident that didn't bring out a caution, just a bunch of contact. It looks like it knocked the front end off of that car. But Jason Randolph gets around Ryan Washik. Takes over the point. We're coming to the checks. It'll be Randolph and Washik into the pole dash. They'll head for the feature as well, and they'll bring McGeethy and King with them. So let's get ready to move on to our 3rd and final heat race of the evening. It's going to be last week's winner, 67 of Miles Jensen on pole next to J.P. Scheider in the 5 car. Little Hurricane Mason Hannigan starting inside on row number 2 next to Jeff Stewart. Stewart, the elbows up, number 72 machine. Row 3, BDM driver Nathan Davis starts on the inside next to Carter Chevalier in the 48. Davis in the 36. And your 4th row, Alex Jasinski, the 23 car inside. G-Body, Garrett Boyd, the 88. It's actually, I think, it's the 21 these days. He is on the outside, and last but not least, starting in the 5th row all by himself, 10 car of Ryan Scheit. So final heat race. Yes, actually, you're right. They do. For whatever reason, they're still stuck on last week. There. It's all better now. Thanks, Rich. All right, green flag of this time out of turn 4. Final heat race of the evening.
Green flag, green flag.
Jensen and Scheider and Hannigan really jumped right on that start. It looks like he's going to come out with 2nd. Right behind him, his teammate Nathan Davis, and Davis gets a little contact from behind. That might have been Carter Chevalier, or Jeff Stewart. No, it was Carter Chevalier. Chevalier had a lot of problems right there. He's going to get the car off the track so these guys can stay green. But he had problems out of 4, started getting moved around and ended up upside down. But he'll hit the eject button, take the car to the pits, and sit right there. 5 to go. Jansen and Hannigan 1-2 out in front. Scheider hanging on to third, and Nathan Davis right up against the fence, literally with the right rear. Sitting there in that 4th and final transfer spot. His teammate Ryan Scheidt started 9th. Trying to run him down. See if he can steal that transfer spot away. Stewart way back here in 6th. Somebody just took it to the infield. I think that was Garrett Boyd. Boyd might have had a little bit of trouble there with Chevalier in the early going. That car damaged. Took it straight to the pitch. Here comes a slide job for the lead. Coming to 2 to go. Not going to stick as Hannigan went for it, and Jansen is able to fend it off for the moment. But a great run out of 2 now. The Hurricane out in front at the white flag. Jansen right in tow. I do not think you're going to see anything happen down here. I think just too much power out of the 1 car. Hannigan will win it. Jansen second. Scheider and Scheidt all to the feature. So, heat races in the book. And I feel like this is a C main event because they were over the limit. They would have had 16, so 8. Yep, they will take 4 out of 5 out of here, move them up to the B. 13 cars should start that B main, and then they will take 10 of those. So it's Gus and Olson row 1, Stewart and Snook row 2, Moody and Boyd row 3, Williams, a rare appearance in the C main for Ernie Williams, next to Cody Terry, and then Carter Chevalier and Alex Stoutinger making up the 10-car field. Only car not making the call going to be Cody Terry, the 93. So 9 cars racing for 5 spots. Guys up checking to see if there's any moisture right up by the fence. I want to say that was Lane Snook's car that was up there. Good look at Casey Gus and Cody Olson here on our front row. They're going to go green this time out of turn number 4. Pace truck is in. Green flag in the air. C-Main is underway. Got a car bumping the fence. Not sure who that was. It might have been Stoutinger that bumped the fence down there in turn 1. He's all the way back to 9th. Now going to make a run at 8th around Chevalier on the top. This is a pack. A severe pack of cars. Right here. That is a couple of transfer spots deep right there. As right now, Ernie Williams, the yellow car on your screen, is holding the final transfer spot. He has got a hungry pack of good drivers in behind him. Moody is in there. Moody has been a staple lately in the pole dashes, finishing in the top 2. Just didn't get it done tonight. Oh, there comes Chevalier. Chevalier's going to collect Moody.
All right, man.
That's going to be a caution.
That's on me, dude.
We'll go back, and we're going to watch right here. Carter, Chevalier right there. Black car with a whitish wing, or grayish wing, I guess. He gets Garrett Boyd, gets Larry Mooney. So we're going to line them up. Going to be about 6 laps to go. Gus, Olson, Snook, Stewart, Williams, your top 5. Then Moody, Stoutinger, Chevalier. Boyd and Terry both off track. I think Moody's still on there. Stoudinger and Chevalier. So 8 cars still racing for the 5 spots. Small track, really fast. A lot of speed. Race is tight. When you go for a slide job like that, you got to make sure you completely clear things. It's not wrong to go for it. It's just wrong when you collect the other cars. And that's what happened there. So right now, back underway, 6 laps to go. Gus out in front, but Olsen gonna keep hounding him. Gus trying to come off top side. Oh, Olsen found a little bit of that left rear tire, and he's going to lose 1 spot. Going to fall to 3rd. Still in the show to move on. If he can hang on to the spot for 4 more circuits. But here comes Jeff Stewart and Ernie Williams. And Larry Moody right there. They're almost 4 wide. You just ain't going to do that at this track, I promise. And if you do, it's not going to last for very long. Somebody's going to end up with some bent equipment. But right now, Williams around Olsen. Olsen back to 4th. The battle is for the 5th and final transfer spot. And Carter Chevalier just took that away from everybody. So he went to the top side of turn number 2 and got a great run. Went around Moody. Went around Stoudinger. Now Olsen with more problems. Cody Olsen and Larry Moody stuck down on the inside. So we stay green. We're on the final lap. And Ernie Williams has managed to take the 91 car to the front with Snook, Gus, Chevalier, and Stewart behind him. And that almost looked like that's how that's going to finish, as Alex Stoudinger scores in the 5th spot. Jeff Stewart, first car on the outside, looking in. So they'll be done with all that. They'll get ready to move on to the B main. 11 cars getting ready to start this. 10 are going to make their way to the feature. So 1 guy getting booted out of here after this one. And it'll, whoops, wrong button. It'll be Tim Alton and Cole Patrick on the front row. Nathan Davis and Kenny Hoffman in row 2. Zach Rounds and Alex Jasinski the 3rd row. And then coming up out of that C main, Ernie Williams and Lane Snook, Casey Gus and Carter Chevalier, and Jeff Stewart. So it did change it, and it did move Stewart into the field. And Stoudinger out. It was still scored Stoudinger in that 5th spot at the end of it. So a little bit of a change. Shouldn't affect things too much. These guys all racing to get into tonight's A main, and only 1 driver will be unfortunate enough not to transfer out of this B main. We will have the pole dash immediately following this, and then they will move straight into their feature. We'll probably have about 60 seconds when the pole dash ends. So 1 more time around, and then we're going to get the green flag. Pace truck will duck off to the inside down here in turn number 4. 12 laps.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Alton right to the middle, but Davis goes to the very bottom, and Nathan Davis gets a good run up out of 2. Here comes a challenge for the lead. We've already had 2 lead changes in the first lap alone, and Cole Patrick leads lap number 1. Davis out of shape. He's going to fall back through the field to about 6th. Patrick still out front. This is nowhere near over right here at the front as Patrick goes to the top.
All right, man.
And caution. Did Nathan Davis have a crash right here? 36 car. Szerzinski's on the top side. He's going to pull alongside his teammate. Oh, then looks like he wiggles and goes across, and he and Szerzinski both end up in a bad spot there. So with 2 cars out, we're going to have to see how they score this. See if either one of them can find their way back to the racing surface for a lap. But it's Patrick, Alton, Hoffman, Rounds, Williams, Chinook, Chevalier, Gus, and Stewart in the top 9. It scored Nathan Davis in 10th and Alex Jasinski 11th. Both those cars down in the infield. They'll get them set up, lined up, single file. Still 10 laps to go. A little bit of time here. Just waiting for Cole Patrick to find the loud pedal. He does so. Green flag back in the air. Hoffman's going to try to get around Alton. He's going to get it out of 2. He's going to be right alongside. He had a great launch to the middle of the corner. This time out of 4, I think he's going to have all the advantage he does. Move him to 2nd. Alton back to 3rd. Williams all the way from the C main is up to 4th. And he's got Zach Rounds locked in behind him. Lane Snook, Carter Chevalier, Casey Gus, and Jeff Stewart. Not used to seeing Jeff Stewart struggle and be at the back of these like this, but maybe a little rust starting to show after some time off. So Jeff Stewart way to the back, running in the A spot. He and Gus battling back and forth for 9th. But Patrick out in front of the B main, coming around to 7 to go. Hoffman reeling him in, and I saw a little contact there. Alton had a tiny bump with Williams, and Alton's going to lose 2 or 3 spots. He'll fall all the way back to about 5th. Williams made a run up to 3rd. Has kind of stalled out, and he's losing touch with the front, too. Here comes Hoffman. Going to go to the inside, and he's going to have the lead going into 3 and 4. And he will lead at the 5 to go mark. Patrick right back at him with the slider in 1 and 2. Easy crossover for Hoffman. Great action right here. Catching Nathan Davis. Davis back on track, a lap down. Going to get that 10th and final spot secured. Able to get out there and make a lap or 2. He's going to have to watch himself as the leaders are coming. And they are battling hard. Hoffman and Patrick almost contact. That time a little bit of contact, wheel-to-wheel contact. Sometimes when you pinch, you pay, and I think Patrick tried to pinch a little right there, and Hoffman just needed to move him. Coming around, lap car going to be a factor here as Williams has caught back up, but the white flag in the air. And now Hoffman has the top side, all the momentum. He is going to get there. Oh, little contact between he and Patrick. And our field will be set. Patrick, Chevalier, Williams, Snook, Alton, Rounds, Stewart, Hoffman, Davis, and Gus. So we're getting ready for our pole dash. Yeah, it really doesn't. You're right, Rich. It is a lot steeper than it looks on camera. It is, for such a small track, it has such a huge banking. And we try to get that from the infield cam. It's not quite, I don't want to say as, it's a little deceiving. That's the best way I can describe it. All right, so drivers are rolling out. We know that DeBarro and Hannigan will be on the front row. Randolph and Royer in row 2. And then Washak and Jansen are going to be in row number 3 for the pole dash. So we'll get the guys out here. We'll get them ready to line up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just looking for one. Okay, I think everybody's there now. So they'll get them lined up, and it will be DeBarro and Hannigan on the front row. Randolph and Royer row 2. Washak and Jansen in row 3. 6 laps for them. We'll try to stay as focused as we can on the leaders. They do this manually because iRacing does not afford them the ability to run one of these. So one of the unique things about DSRL, being able to do this and have the redraw. Just waiting for DeBarro. He gets on the throttle. He's going to have his hands full no matter what. As Mason Hannigan going to go by, take the lead. All 6 cars right in a little group right here. This is how they will line up to start your feature. However they finish in this pole dash. It is all Hannigan. DeBarro and Jansen side by side right there. And here comes Royer. Royer trying to make it a 3-wide party. Halfway this time by. 3 down, 3 to go. Jansen still hanging on to second. DeBarro wiggles. Royer gets him turned. They're going to stay green. I promise you that. They're going to stay green. As DeBarro gets all the way around, gets the car rolling. The caution was thrown right there. I thought for sure they'd stay green. 3 down, 3 to go. 3 down, 3 to go. Hannigan, Jansen, Randolph. And then I believe Royer, Washak, and DeBarro. As they'll get them single file, get them ready to refire. Hannigan back on the throttle. 3 laps remaining. A little spinny spin and a caution call, and they're going to get them lined up and ready to go, but 2 laps remaining. That'll smooth things out, and it'll probably get these guys to the end. We probably won't see a ton now as that pack got broken up. The white flag is in the air. Final lap of your pole dash this evening is all Hannigan, Jansen, Randolph, and Royer. Washak and DeBarro. So we're going to give these guys just a few seconds. We're going to send over the official scoring to race control so they have what we have. And we'll just wait for them to advance the session, get ready to go. So about 60 seconds. What we'll do, we won't wait around. If they don't kick it here in about 3 seconds, we'll get ready to go. Yes, I have, actually, Rich. And seen them run out with 2 or 3 to go, running right at the front. So, yeah, it's tough. But that's why you have other guys on their crew, so that they can measure that stuff. The guy that I help crew with, his dad never forgets to check the fuel after they go out for, B-main or whatever. So, just waiting for that advancement here. These guys are ready to go. I know that the drivers are ready. Track looks like it's going to be real racy this evening. So they're going to get ready to put these guys down here. We are going to get ready to have a look at our starting lineup. We know that it's going to be Hannigan and Jansen in the front row, Randolph and Royer in row 2, Washak and DeBarro in the third row. And behind that will be Miller and McGeethy, Scheider and Voiles, King and Scheit. 'King and 'Scheit. 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 'King and Then Patrick and Chevalier in row 7. Row 8, Williams and Snook. Alton and Rounds in row 9. Stewart and Hoffman in row 10. And Nathan Davis, Casey Gus in the 12th, or the 11th and final row, excuse me. These guys are going to roll off. They will get rearranged while they're pacing right here. Then they'll get ready to fire green. So the green flag is going to fall. The drivers will not get to speed. And they're going to go green out of 4, I guess. Jansen won last week, the 35 car on the outside of the front row. Green flag into the air. Right past the starter stand the first time into 1 and 2. Hannigan has the lead. As they go down into 3 and 4. Hannigan and Jansen 1-2. And then it's a side-by-side battle between Randolph and Royer. That's 3rd and 4th. And Ryan Washock in 5th. JP Scheiderer, the black 5 car, right in the center of the screen. Looks like he's going to have a problem at the end of lap number 1. We'll watch from the start and see what happened to Ryan. They're going to get a pretty clean start here. Got a little tap there. Didn't get tapped there. He went across the nose, but he looked like he's okay. Oh, taps the wall there. Now he's going to get a tap. And I don't know. I don't see it. It was right behind him there. So these guys are going to get lined up single file to get ready to go back to green. Hannigan, Jansen, Randolph, Royer, Washock, DeBarro, Miller, Voiles. Shiner is still back here in about 9th, and then right behind him, Scott King in 10th. It's ready to go back to green. Still 28 laps remaining. Hannigan with a great start. He'll have about 10 car lengths going into 3 and 4. Watching Trevor Royer. Royer already up to the top side. He is finding it rough sledding, but still quick. As the car is bouncing around up there on that rough cushion. It looks like he is going to take over 3rd. Had it by half a car that time. Side by side. Now he's got it by a full car length over Jason Randolph. He's right up against second place car. Miles Jansen goes to the inside. No slider line for him there. Can he find some grip on the exit? He does, but he's going to go back. As I think Ryan Scheit has... The 10 car has bitten the bullet here. 3 wide here going into 1 and 2 up the hill. Oh, yeah, he gets tangled up there. And that car going to tip right up and over for him. So going to land on all 4s. He's going to drive it away. But he is going to go all the way to the back. So still, Hannigan, Jansen, Royer, Randolph, Washock, DeBarro, Miller, Voiles, Williams, and King in the top 10. Hello, Timmy. Cool deal, except for the whole no motor thing. We need to get that motor situation figured out, buddy. All right, back to green this time. 24 laps remaining. Single final restart, waiting for the little hurricane.
Green, green, green.
Find that loud pedal. He does it. Green flag's back in the air. Miles Jansen. Last week's winner up here running in second. He's going to hound Hannigan a little bit, it looks like. Hannigan did not have a great race last week for sure. Coming down, going to be 20 to go. Trevor Royer up to third. Randolph still fourth. Washock and DeBarro going side by side for fifth. Are now drivers from another series here on the Dirt Racing Network. If you've been around for a while, you know the PRO guys. They're running in 6th and 7th. DeBarro and Miller, very familiar with one another. And Casey Miller, a staple in the 360 series. 3-time defending champ of that series over here with the DSRL guys. He's had his struggles, but tonight looks like he's going to run right at or near the top 5 as he is working his way up and through the field. Trying to use the top line, the momentum. DeBarro doing a great job down there on the very inside to hold him off. Gets a good launch there, and he takes back that 6th spot. We'll go check the front. Hannigan, 1 full second out in front of his teammate Trevor Royer. Royer got around Jansen. Moved Jansen back to 3rd. Randolph still 4th, and Washock still 5th. And then here comes the cat. Oh, Whiskers. 791 car threw a big slider down to 3 and 4. Split cars and went right around Casey Miller. Now you're going to see that yellow machine trying to run the top side and pick up spots. So he's going to work around DeBarro. Found a little fence that time, and DeBarro is really doing a fantastic job at working that inside and holding these guys off that are running up here on the top shelf. This is a great battle for 6th and 7th, excuse me, as they are all still right behind Washock. And Washock really doing a good job of hanging on to 5th. Now it looks like Jansen's getting hounded by Jason Randolph for 3rd. Randolph had a shot, couldn't make it stick. Keep the 47 car in 4th. 77 still 5th. Washock hanging on. DeBarro now starting to open things up a little bit on Ernie Williams. Williams was making a good run. I think the top might be starting to lose its effectiveness here, but that bottom seems to be hanging around as Hannigan is rolling that thing through the middle in 3 and 4 and going right up to the top in 1 and 2. Inside 10 to go. Just 9 laps on the board. He's catching the back of the field, so lap traffic definitely going to become a factor. So we'll go back. Jansen, Randolph, Washock, Williams, and DeBarro still going at it for 4th and 5th, or 5th and 6th. That time, Williams with a crossover, cuts between cars, threads the needle, move him into the top 5. Laps go by quickly here. Just about 12 seconds, and you clip one off. So Williams still trying to make his way, find a podium run. Now he's up to 4th, excuse me. Jansen next on the hit list, and he's not that far on the same straightaway. Going to be the wave lap this time. 5 to go for your leader as he's in traffic. Goes around Rounds, goes around Alton. Royer still 2nd, Jansen 3rd, but Williams is closing. 4 laps for the leader. Gap between Jansen and Williams about half a second. Make it just over 3/10 now. Williams really got the 91 car singing on the top. 3 to go this time. Leaders already in 3 and 4. Gap closing in, 2 to go this time. That time Williams thought about it. Jansen went through the slick. Jansen may be in trouble. as Williams is going to go top, cut under. Here comes Ernie Williams for the podium. Move the 91 car into a podium spot. Hannigan already on the white flag. He's going to go through 3 and 4 for the final time, and he'll pick up his win streak right here. We'll see how long it lasts. He did a great job winning the championship last year. He'll go to victory lane tonight in round number 2. Trevor Royer and Ernie Williams. And by God, if that isn't an all Black Diamond Motorsports podium. So we'll bring our top 3 around here on the front stretch. Have a chat with them. Ernie Williams, definitely your hard charger. He picked up 12 spots to come home third tonight. Trevor Royer. Good run for the 90 cars. He'll finish second behind his teammate, Mason Hannigan. Hannigan started on the pole. Nobody ever really challenged him, and he'll go wire to wire to pick up the round 2 win. So, let's get ready to talk to our top 3.
User was moved to your channel.
Whiskers, you got a copy.
Gotcha.
Well, man, you made an impressive run. You picked up 12 spots. You started in the C. You went through there. You go through the B. And now you're on the podium in the feature tonight. Tell us about your run, the 91 car. I know your heat race was not what you expected.
And we didn't. The night didn't go as good. We didn't really. We pulled like a 5 or something on the heat. So I figured we'd at least make it out of that. We didn't. Started to see they only take a 5. It was a little worrisome there starting. You know what I mean, towards the back. You know what I mean. You just don't never know what's going to happen. Track's slick, fixed setup. Guys really ain't got a lot of practice on it, so you really don't know. And once I got to the A, I figured if I could stay clean for a while, I would mosey my way up front. I wasn't expecting third. I told the boys after last week, I had a bad week last week. I said, man, I just top 5 for me some points. And once I got to 5th, it was kind of hard to get around a few of the guys, so I was kind of content settling for that. Then I was like, you know me, Roger, man. Sometimes I just can't settle for more than a lap or 2. So I was like, got back on the wheel and passed 2 more cars, made it to 3rd, but we'll definitely take it.
Yeah, we saw a great battle there. I think it was you, DeBarro, and Casey Miller for just a few laps, and you guys were 3 wide multiple times. And like you said, it's a little slick and a fixed setup. You don't know how many laps these guys got. You talked about not being patient, and how are the nerves at that point?
Exactly. Well, that was the nervous part of the race for sure. Casey was running my line. I couldn't really, Navarro was running low. The middle really didn't. I tried it a couple times, but I just didn't think I couldn't pass him. And if I could, it was going to take me way too many laps. So I was like, man, I'm just going to have to short slide him or get a good run. I think he caught the wall one time and it let me get to him, and then I put the slider on him, and I just got in front of him. And, thank God I maintained and kept in front of him. And then DeBarro, like I said, he was running the low side, and I wanted to run the cushion, so he wasn't going to be in my way. I finally got to him. We had a little battle for a couple laps, and I got around to him, then Randolph and them guys, and we got to Miles and them, and it's just a battle. Once you get up that close, the competition's obviously getting tougher. Them guys are fast. They got the setup dialed in, the wing, and the whole 9 yards. So once you get up there, you're going to have to, you have to get on the wheel, and just luckily they wasn't running my line, so that helps a lot. You know me, I'm gonna run the cushion, so if nobody's there, that's going to be my preferred line. And I got to them, and they wasn't really on the cushion, so it kind of helped me out a little bit with them not being on my line too. So, but like I said, man, 3rd place, BDM sweet. Mason, congrats on him. Roy on 2nd, me 3rd. We'll definitely take it. Good night for us.
Well, everybody at the Hillbilly High Banks, Tim and Nate are back there watching. I'm sure you got plenty of shout outs, man.
Absolutely, man. Big shout out to Tim Nichols from Lime, Ohio, with Tim's dirt track simulators powered by iRacing. If you guys were down to Eldora anytime this past weekend down there for the late models and stopped in to see him, man, he much appreciated. I know he said he got to meet a few of you guys down there and stuff, so congratulations. Very good guy, man. Matt Henninger with Wicked E-Brands. He's another big guy that helps out the team, and Roger, especially you for putting up with us, man. I know you messages and things, man. You keep coming back every season, man. And I know there was talking like last Christmas, like, man, I'm done with this, and here we are, man. I got to give a big thanks to you because I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it, but Dirt Racing Network, they do an awesome job. You know what I mean? If you guys ain't subscribed to them or like them on Facebook, make sure you hit them up, man. Like I said, broadcast pretty much 5-6 days a week. Awesome broadcast. And maybe we'll see you here next weekend, Roger.
Yeah, hopefully so. Thanks for chatting with us. Congratulations on a great run, and I look forward to seeing you next week, buddy.
User disconnected from your channel.
All right, let's move on. We are going to go, and we're going to talk to our second place finisher here, Trevor Royer. Get him over there.
User was moved.
Trevor Royer, you got a copy.
Yep, I got you, Roger.
Man, been a while since we've been able to chat up here in the booth. I know you've talked to Dom and Zach a bunch of times, but pretty good run tonight for the 90 car, man. Tell us about your feature.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I had a pretty good battle with Jason and Miles there. Got up to second, and I knew running Mason down was going to be tough. He's one of the best in the game, so I knew that was going to be pretty challenging. I made a couple mistakes in one. I couldn't stay off the wall, and then I started running cut down in both corners, and I felt like I was gaining on him a little bit, especially when he got to lap traffic, but he was just too far ahead and too smooth. So hats off to Mason on the win. Awesome job. Awesome to see a BDM 123. You know, I'm a fan of that. Congrats to Ernie on third. I know he came from deep. I'm not sure how far back he was, but I know he was back there, ran in the B main. So
track looked like it was pretty treacherous, and the top was pretty thin. A lot of guys were making some hay down on the bottom. Did you think about bringing the 90 car away from the fence?
I think I tried it a little bit in the dash, and it just didn't feel like that was where I was going to be able to win the race. I felt like I was heat one, so I knew the bottom all the way around was going to be good in that heat, so I stuck to that. But after that, I was pretty much set on running the top in the feature, and it got me up to second. One spot shy again. It's 2 weeks in a row now, second place finish. So good start to the year. Consistency is key to win these championships, so hopefully I can keep it up.
Well, as a multi-time champion, I was going to ask you, a couple of seconds, and that'll probably put you somewhere pretty close to first place, if not first place in the points. And you've got a few of these pieces of hardware under your belt. What is it going to take in 13 races, when we count 10 of them, to see the 90 car pick up another season title?
Just top fives and podiums. As long as, I'll be honest, I don't win a lot of races. I think my DSRL win list is, I don't know,
kind of short.
Maybe 10, maybe less than that.
Didn't you win a championship without winning a whole race in the entire season?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just consistency. Top fives and podiums. Last week with Miles, I felt like I had a shot at him. He kind of figured out the line I was running, just couldn't get it done. And Mason and I knew catching him was going to be tough. So just as long as I can keep up these podiums and at least the top five. Pill draw was very generous to me tonight. I didn't really have high hopes coming into this track, but I drew the one in heat one, so that definitely helped me. And do you know where we're at next week?
I don't right off the top of my head, and that may change because we finally got setups for Port Royal, so we're thinking about some shuffles here. So, it could be a last-second decision. But either way, man, I know you got some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate another awesome run.
Yeah, thanks, Roger. Black Diamond Motorsports, Ultimate Dirt TV, 19 Designs, Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. Thanks to the Nerdy on their podium runs. Awesome to see the BDM sweep. You, Roger, for putting the broadcast on the Dirt Racing Network, and everybody watching. Hope it was a decent show tonight.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you, Roger.
Trevor Royer runs second. And now this guy, we're going to find out if he is going to go on another one of his win streaks. Had a rough week to start things off at Lernerville last week, but goes wire to wire tonight. Mason Hannigan, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, a great run. Like I said, you went wire to wire in the 1X there. Tell us about your night.
Yeah, we're pretty good there at haul-ups. I wasn't really sure how we were sticking up. You'd think we were 8th quick or something like that. And then heat race just got rolling and made a good decision for the lead. And then, What'd we draw for the redraw? I think 2 or something like that, or 4 or something like that
2.
along the lines.
2 on the redraw tonight, and then you win the pole dash, so you started up front.
Yeah, for sure. It helps on a slick track like this, and especially this little one. And Ernie proved to us that, I mean, you can run from the back to the front, but I think probably needed some cautions, and it'd have been a lot easier for him, obviously. But it actually was a pretty good race considering. I think last season we had quite a few cautions, and this one I think we had 2. So pretty good for DSRL, and then pretty good for me too, considering last week. Because last week I just sucked.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to talk at all about last week, and we're not used to seeing the 1X struggle like that. What was going on at Lernerville last week?
Good question. I sucked, and then I knew the car was broke after the lap 1 incident. Somebody had spun out in front of me at very first start, and it crinkled the front wing, and it definitely did something. Like it just felt like it didn't have the speed. So I don't even know. It might have been that. It might have been me. I'm pretty sure it was both, though. So we'll just chalk it up as a drop week, and we'll keep moving.
Well, champ last season, now back on top of the podium again this season. You'll be able to recover from the week 1 bad start to things and maybe try to defend that title?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it just depends. Hopefully, I'll be here for every race this year. I'm not 100% sure considering it's the summer, but as of right now, we're 2 out of 2, so being here. So I don't know. We'll go from here and keep trucking.
All right, man. Some shout outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate a great victory tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Can't thank Black Diamond Motorsports, all them boys. We had a stout field in the 1, 2, 3, so that's always good to see. And Tim Sims, UDTV, Fads Eyewear, and Velocity Race Designs. And yeah, I can't thank you, Roger, for putting the deal on, and can't thank everybody else that helps you. Super Clean and all them guys, Red Lobster, and we'll be back, I think, next week. I'm not sure where we're at. Hopefully we're at Port Royal, but hey, I'm just saying.
Well, we finally got setups in, and we are trying to make decisions on if it's going to be next week or the week after that we head over there.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on a great run, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
User was
Mason Hannigan, your winner tonight. Let's go and have a look at our official finishing order. Hannigan wins at Royer second. Williams, hard charger, and comes home on the podium in third. Randolph was fourth. Jansen, after win last week, top 5 again this week, so that won't hurt him too badly in the points. He'll probably stay right at the top, if not at top. But with Royer's 2 second places, I have a feeling he'll have a half a dozen or so points in the lead on Mr. Jansen. So he's not out of it, but good runs for him so far. 6th place, Ryan Washik. Anthony DeBarro in his debut at DSRL runs 7th. Casey Miller in 8th. Brandon Voiles 9th. Cole Patrick was 10th. Tiny Dancer Scott King in 11th. 12th was Nathan Davis. J.P. Scheider 13th. Ryan Scheidt 14th. Lane Snook 15th. 16th to Jeff Stewart. 17th, Zach Rounds. Tim Alton in 18th. Casey Gus 19th. Nick McGeethy 20th. Kenny Hoffman 21st. And Carter Chevalier rounded out the field in 22nd. So, round 2 in the books. I think Dom will be back for round 3. Hopefully, Dom will be back Wednesday night for the Lucas Smith Chrysler Center's I55 Weekly Pro Late Model Series. They are going to go round number 9 of 10. Only a couple races left, and right now, everybody chasing Fields. Jacob Fields is just running away with that thing. So somebody's going to have to step up. And of 8 races, he has won 7, and he is on the hot shoe, which means he'll start dead last for the feature. So tune in for that and see if he can make his way back to the front. But for Zach Krieger, Dominic Santino, and myself here at the Dirt Racing Network, we know you can watch this stuff anywhere you choose to come here and watch it. Don't forget your likes, shares, and follows.